In the 1870s, Portlanders were riled up about cows. The Oregonian referred to them as a predatory drove of cows and a bovine gang. The city council passed lots of laws to get these creatures under control. This neighborhood where I'm standing right now was outside of the cow boundaries, which meant that cows, as well as goats, chickens, geese, and pigs could all roam freely over here without getting into a lot of trouble. But that began to change as the city government saw that the population was growing, and they decided to expand the cow boundaries. While doing research at the city archives, I happened to stumble upon some petitions that really reflected a broad coalition, a surprisingly broad coalition of people coming together to protect the cows and the cow owners.
Cows are rarely troublesome, particularly compared to pigs and goats. But Portlanders in the 1870s, especially some of those who lived nearby, were really annoyed by their smells, their tendency to wander and mess with plants, and their constant ringing of their cowbells day and night. The city council passed an ordinance in 1873 meant to rein all of this in. They set boundaries, gave police the right to bring loose animals to the pound. Cow smells and sounds were ruled nuisances, and cow owners now had to keep their pens clean and smelling good and remove bells, or they'd get fined. Multiple times a year, the city would edit the law, expanding the boundaries and fine-tuning the rules. When the boundaries were set to expand yet again in 1878, cow owners fought back. These petitions are really incredible. One states, "There are several poor people out there keeping a few cows and getting a livelihood thereby, and the good to be accomplished by any interference with them would not counterbalance the hardship and wrong that might be done by a change." They called the extensive use of cow boundaries unjust and oppressive. What I found notable about this was not just the number of people who rallied together to sign this, it was the range of people. There's a mixture of small-scale cow and dairy owners with some of Portland's wealthiest and most politically powerful citizens, Sylvester Farrell, William Ladd, and Henry Miller. This enormous coalition of Portland's wealthy and poor were able to successfully pause the boundary extension, at least temporarily.
So while there isn't much evidence of the cows in this neighborhood anymore, it's worth remembering the coalition that came together to protect vulnerable Portlanders at a moment of big transition.